You're watching Your Fast Life 2, and this is the sister channel to Your Fast Life motorcycle channel, my main channel. And I recently did a video, well, not so long ago, about the KTM RC8 R, which is an awesome bike. I did an interview with my buddy who I got to do another video with him because he's recently done some modifications to the bike. He's got a custom exhaust system on there and some other things, and I definitely would love to cover that bike, especially since another bike regarding Project Thanos. I got a little bit of a disappointing thing that happened recently where, let's just say there was a major engine failure. So that was kind of a letdown. So I don't know what's going to happen with that right now. But right now we're talking about KTM RC8R and some news. It's not exactly new news, not new news at all, but many of you may not be aware of it. And I think it's an interesting topic. Basically, this amazing motorcycle, it's very rare to actually see these bikes on the road. There's not that many of them, even in Mulholland Drive, which is my favorite road in California. A lot of riders there. I mean, tons and tons of bikers there every weekend. All kinds of bikes, really expensive bikes, 20,000 plus, 25,000 plus, all the way to classic bikes. Jay Leno on his jet bike. I mean, you name it. But I don't think I've ever seen a KTM RC8R there. And the news is that that's probably going to become even more a thing in terms of hardly seeing these things, because recently, or actually not so recently, it was about a year ago now today, KTM RC8R to be ditched and replaced by track-only V4 Superbike. So KTM is looking to get rid of this bike or stop making these bikes, which, wow, I mean, it's an amazing motorcycle and it's so rare. And I think for owners of the bike, maybe this is good news, because I don't know, what do you guys think? The price of this bike, is it going to go up because there's not, I mean, supply and demand, right? I mean, if they're not making them anymore, there's already a short supply of these. There's not many on the road, and now they're not making them anymore. So, you're limited to the used market. Used market is not growing, right? So that could be good news. But the thing that I want to talk about is a reason for this. Why are they getting rid of this bike? Which is, it's not rare because it's not a good bike. It's a great bike. I've heard great feedback about it. I think it's done well in the reviews as well. But you can see here, it says, there's a comment from the CEO. I want to read exactly what he says. So here it is. So both the KTM CEO and head of design, Gerald Kiska, believe that any bike with more than 200 horsepower has no place on public roads and should be limited to a closed track racing only. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, this has been an ongoing thing in terms of the horsepower battles, but it's generally, to me, it's been a motorcycle industry on one side, and then you have the political arena where you have the public who has their complaints or concerns about motorcycles. There's definitely, like, for example, I know in New York there's a movement to ban motorcycles. Many of you guys may not be aware of that, but that's been an ongoing thing. And now, you have movements or groups like this that voice their concerns to the political powers that be, and then the political powers that be take action responding to the people, right? And they pass that on to the governing body, which would be the part of the government that deals with transportation. So I could think of the Department of Transportation, I think it's called. And that's where regulation comes from. Then you have things like the Gentleman's Agreement, which has been going on for quite some time, where you see all these bikes are stopped at 186 miles per hour. I don't think there's a legal requirement there, but it's just kind of an agreement, kind of a truce that all the manufacturers have agreed to. But technically, I guess they could exceed that. But I mean, that would just pretty much destroy the whole system, because if if Kawasaki does it, then Honda's going to do it, and everyone's going to do it. Then it's all over. Which is interesting because in a way they've already done it, right? Because and I said this, I called it, man. I called it. I must have a crystal ball. The Kawasaki Ninja H2 is essentially Kawasaki's way of absolutely destroying the Gentleman's Agreement. because here you have a bike that you can pretty quickly change into much higher than 186 miles per hour. I mean, just reflashing the ECU alone, I'm sure it gives you tremendous benefit. And then there's a couple of modifications to the engine that can be made as well to increase the horsepower, tremendously. So it's kind of a way where, technically speaking, they're not selling a bike that goes above 186, but in reality, they are. I mean, the bike is very capable of going much faster than that out of the box. And when I say out of the box, I mean, de-restricting a bike is not really, you know what I mean? Like you're opening up something that's already in there. You're not adding something to the bike. But anyway, bottom line is it's generally again a political thing. It's a political arena that puts pressure on the manufacturers. But here you have the manufacturer themselves, which is self-governing and saying, hey man, what do you do with a 200 horsepower bike on the street? It has no place on the street, which is kind of wild. And I want to know what you guys think about this. There are people that are saying that this is a bad move for them. Do you guys agree with that? Was that a bad move for them? I mean, here's some of the guys. Good luck at them selling the bike at the high price, because now they're doing a track only bike, which is going to be, I believe, crazy expensive. So the Beast has only 180 horsepower and equipped with Akrapovic 194 horsepower. Come on, Pierre. I'm not sure about that comment there. This is the dumbest move by KTM. You dudes need to make a V4 street bike and MotoGP bike. End of story. If you do what you're saying, then you will go broke. Who the hell is running this company? All right, guys. I just want to share this with you guys, and I wanted to get some feedback from you guys. What do you guys think about this decision? Is KTM crazy to get rid of this legendary bike? Are they crazy for this sentiment of, there shouldn't be any 200 horsepower bikes on the street? Or are they correct? What are you doing with not 200, what is it? It's horsepower? Yeah, 200 horsepower. What are you doing with a 200 horsepower bike on the street? I know we love our speed, we love our power, but is it really appropriate to have a bike that powerful on the street? Is it appropriate for the manufacturer to be deciding for us, the consumers, how much is too much? I mean, what do you guys think? Comment below. This is your Fast Life 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll be really interested to hear this conversation from you guys. All right, see you soon.